Live from the THV 11 studio, I'm Jurnee Taylor alongside our weather impact team. The rain has moved on just a bit for now, but meteorologist Nathan Scott explains when we might see the next round of showers. Nathan, tell us more.
Good afternoon, Jurnee. We had sunshine out there in central Arkansas, although this morning we woke up with clouds and also a few spotty rain showers. The shield of clouds continues to march its way down to the south, but if you're watching us in Camden, Monticello, you're socked in with clouds. Lots of sunshine here in central Arkansas. We're warming things up. 70 in Little Rock, 72 in Conway, and we'll see that the change in the radar continues to show the chance of showers moving down into South Arkansas. That's where it's going to stay throughout the rest of the day, but there's still some light rain down the landscape right along the border counties of Arkansas and also Louisiana. Closer to central Arkansas, we'll see the numbers continue to warm up into the mid to upper 70s, maybe some low 80s for North Arkansas. And here's what you can expect in your town for this afternoon. 84 in Fort Smith, 75 in Clinton, 77 in Arkadelphia. Like we said, we're not done with the rain for the next 7 days. Rain will be returning as early as Friday. The weekend will feature some wet weather, and we're still watching the potential of strong to severe thunderstorms on Sunday. More on that forecast coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. Well, we have an update on a fatal shooting in Little Rock. Little Rock police sharing the name and image of the suspected shooter. Tony Smith Jr. was booked on criminal charges stemming from a shooting on Sibley Hole Road. We reported yesterday that's where officers found a man dead from a gunshot wound. LRPD says that Smith Jr. faces capital murder charges. We also have new details on a former Conway County deputy charged with sexually assaulting a child. These new details came in just this morning. Our weekend team previously reported on the arrest of Joseph Taylor Dube. The sheriff's office placed him on leave, then he retired. His arrest, however, was made over the weekend. The Conway County Fire Department shared more on their response to his arrest. According to the fire department, Dube had served as chief of Burton Fire Station 3. The department says their administration board voted to terminate his affiliation with them entirely. Fire Chief Darren Bray concluded with expressing gratitude for the community. Two Pine Bluff city officials have been let go, those being Police Chief Denise Richardson and Fire Chief Sean Howell. Mayor Vivian Flowers issued their termination. We're working to learn what led to the two being let go. However, one city council member expressed their dissatisfaction with the firings.
Either if you have another direction you want to go, give somebody the opportunity to see your vision, hear your vision, work with you with your vision. And if they don't, do what you got to do. You know, at least give the opportunity, right?
The former police chief addressed social media, calling it a, quote, honor to have served the city. The dispute over the Polk County casino license has intensified. We're learning more on Cherokee Nation's argument as the federal trial unfolds. That's the group that was awarded the state-issue casino license for Polk County. It, however, was stripped away after the passage of Issue 2. Cherokee Nation is standing firm on their argument of having the license taken away unfairly. Now, we had our team there inside the courtroom for yesterday's start of the federal trial. While cameras are not allowed, here's what we can tell you. Day one consisted of Cherokee Nation's CEO on the witness stand. There, he detailed the company's overwhelming investment to the project. He argues losing their gaming license would wipe away their efforts. Cherokee Nation wrapped up with a request for financial compensation if their casino plans fail. We're continuing to cover this trial, and it should last through Thursday. Our team will be there every day. You can expect new details tonight at 5 and 6.
I am still not sold because it's not a crime prevention tool.
Those words being spoken at a special meeting in Little Rock that could determine the fate of the city's ShotSpotter system. We followed this debate for quite some time now, and the system uses microphones on telephone poles to detect gunshots. The board voted down a renewal contract just last month that was shortly overruled with an ordinance to keep the tech in place. The argument now, however, seems to be due to the price tag.
Humans hear and report the calls just as well as ShotSpotter does, but the response time is still not the best.
The system is active but will shut down in 30 days if the contract is not upheld. The debate could be brought back up when the city board directors meet next week. The Arkansas Attorney General has rejected a ballot proposal to reform voter initiative rules. We learned the League of Women Voters are responsible for putting forward the proposal. It would streamline the signature collection process by introducing new guidelines, especially emergency clauses. Now, we were able to obtain a statement from Attorney General Tim Griffin. He calls the proposal's name vague. Griffin claims that will prevent him from, quote, ensuring that your ballot title is not misleading or substituting a more appropriate ballot title, end quote. Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee is in Washington for a confirmation hearing. President Trump tapped Huckabee for U.S. ambassador to Israel. The ongoing war tensions there are entering month 17. Huckabee shared his intent for once he takes the new position.
I'm aware that not everyone on this committee will agree with the president's policies or his personnel choices in his administration. I'm not here to articulate or even defend my own views or policies, but rather to present myself as one who will respect and represent the overwhelmingly elected president.
His confirmation vote comes as fighting resumes after a broken ceasefire deal. Protesters disrupted his speech but were quickly removed by Capitol Police. Well, there's more fallout in the leaked messages and telling highly sensitive military operations. Those texts are being released in the Atlantic magazine. Its editor-in-chief witnessing the messages firsthand after being added to a group chat. Natalie Brand reports in Washington.
There were no sources, methods, locations, or war plans that were shared.
Members of President Trump's national security team returned to Capitol Hill Wednesday, where Democratic lawmakers are calling for accountability as new details emerge about the group chat they were a part of discussing a U.S. strike on Houthi rebels.
Everyone here knows that the Russians or the Chinese could have gotten all of that information, and they could have passed it on to the Houthis, who easily could have repositioned weapons and altered their plans to knock down planes or sink ships.
The Atlantic originally reported their editor-in-chief was inadvertently included in the group chat on Signal, an encrypted but non-government approved messaging app. This morning, The Atlantic published a follow-up showing messages from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth sent shortly before the strike included the operational timeline and type of aircraft that would be used.
The magazine says it chose to reveal more details as the president and top administration officials insist classified information was not shared.
It wasn't classified information.
Nobody's texting more plans.
There should be an investigation.
CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograt says typically operational plans about upcoming strikes are always classified.
If it's exploited by a foreign adversary or by a bad actor, that could put U.S. service members in harm's way and also just gives insights into how the U.S. government is thinking about conducting military operations.
The White House press secretary responded to the New Atlantic article, contending the magazine has conceded these were not war plans, and she called the story a hoax. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Well, if you're considering the big move, you aren't the only one in the market. That's ahead at 12:18.
And the fire danger remains high here in Arkansas, but hopefully we'll get some substantial rain. Unfortunately, it may arrive for the weekend. Expect a good chance of showers and storms on Saturday, and we're watching out for the potential of strong to severe thunderstorms on Sunday. I'll have a look at future radar coming up.
Well, here's your guide to downloading THV 11 Plus. A reminder, you're the reason we put together a daily lineup. THV 11 Plus is available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. Download to your TV and watch for free.